Hello everyone, welcome to Real Talk. My name is Isaiah and we'll be discussing social media and its correlation, if any, to mental health. So my first question for you guys is, what was your first introduction to social media? And did it come as a result of you having a smartphone, or did you start early on the computer? Like with Facebook or MySpace?
When we talk about, for me, my first experience was YouTube. Does that count?
Yeah, that does count.
Okay. Yeah, we used to have like a computer room in our house, and I would just watch YouTube videos on it and stuff like that. Like those stupid videos, like the unicorns that go to Candy Mountain or stuff like that. So yeah, that was my introduction.
My first like online experience probably was like with emails, like when that was a big thing, like Gmail and stuff like that. When chatting with people was a thing. And then, so I guess my official social media may have been Instagram, may have been Instagram, and it was because I had an iPod, and so
like iPod Touch or something.
Yeah, it was an iPod Touch. I didn't have a phone, so it was either Instagram or Kick at the time.
My first one was YouTube, and then like I guess like in more the traditional sense was Facebook on the computer. They don't use that much, but YouTube.
Facebook came like after, just because my parents had already kind of said no to that.
Oh yeah.
Mine was secret. My mom didn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really use it, so I
don't know. I was the kid that would snitch on myself, so I was just like, yeah, nah, you're not gonna do it.
So while I was reading the article, I came across a term called Facebook depression. So basically, it's classified as depression that develops when teens and preteens spend too much time on social media sites and they begin to exhibit classic symptoms of depression due to the intensity of the online world. And what does that mean to you? And have you or someone you know exhibit such behaviors or like correlation to depression because of social media? Whether it be like self-image or something along those lines.
I think when it comes to Instagram, that's definitely like the biggest one where people like see themselves comparing themselves to other people, because like Instagram is just, the entire platform is built on people like flexing. Like there's no point to Instagram other than to like portray a lifestyle that you probably don't have, or a lifestyle that you really want to live. So I feel like when it comes to that, and then also like people comparing likes and stuff like that. I remember one of my close friends, she used to feel really bad about herself if her like selfies didn't get a lot of likes, and I'd be like, girl, like you know you're cute, like why are you worried about how many likes you get? And she'd always be like, you get more likes than me, and blah blah blah. And so yeah, I think definitely Instagram is very real.
I've noticed that like I've had friends that they go to Facebook because they're depressed, if that makes sense. Like they go to Facebook or social media to vent.
Oh
sense.
Yeah.
More so than they're constantly on it, and that's what makes them.
Right. Yeah.
It's more so they bring their.
Yeah, there's definitely two sides to it.
Yeah.
So basically, with the article, like the research that I was studying was basically like there is two different ways to it. Like some people go in there and they get depressed because of certain images that they see and things that they may not be able to uphold themselves to, whatever their mind conceives for them. But then there's also the alternative where people go as an escape.
Right. And I've seen that.
How they express it different.
That's not healthy either, though.
No.
When I think about like when I used to do that, I never did it on like Facebook or Twitter or anything, but on Tumblr, like everybody was depressed on Tumblr, and like that's not healthy. That like all these 12-year-olds were going on and talking about how they wanted to like die, and it's like we're not handling it in a healthy way.
Yeah, it was very much like people wanted to be surrounded by people like them for the most part, and just wallow in it.
It was like you kind of wanted you want the attention because you're sad. And it's like, why?
But it also could be like a good form of therapy. But isn't that like, I know they were talking about at some point, removing likes and follower reviews and stuff like that from certain social media sites. Do you guys think that would help in terms of like how people weigh their popularity on these social sites?
No, because you
like getting rid of like seeing likes and followers. Seeing different followers.
How many followers you have?
Yeah.
I mean,
because Tumblr, you don't see how many people follow each other.
You don't anymore?
No.
Oh, like on Tumblr, you can't see how many people.
Like if I was on your page, I wouldn't be able to see how many people are following you.
But you can see your own.
It's like the same.
So it's like no competition.
I mean,
because I mean, some influencers on Tumblr, they'll put like whatever K. Like they'll put like 26K on their profile. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's like, other than that, it's like, there's
I mean, I
kind
guess,
of the equilibrium sense.
I guess it's because you're just gonna find another way to make competition. So does it really do anything? Like, okay, now you don't have followers. It's gonna be like, okay, now there's no followers. Right? What's the next thing? It's gonna be, all right, who posts the most pictures, or you know, who gets the most comments, or something like that. Like, it's gonna like be like you find something else. So does it really benefit from doing that?
I can see that.
At least in my opinion.
The first thing that I used to, when I first started like getting followers and stuff like that, I really wanted to get enough followers. But then I realized that when you get followers, it doesn't really correlate with the audience you reach or the people, like in terms of likes or whatever. So after a while, like you realize when you post pictures, it's the same people liking your stuff. Going the opposite side, how has social media positively affected your life?
I would say probably creative wise and going into business wise is definitely an enhancement. So me being in the fashion industry or going into the fashion industry, it's something that is huge and it's really useful. It gets your name out there. It shows people your work, and it's kind of like another portfolio or platform, like to show your work.
Right.
So with that, it's really beneficial because it's easy to be like, oh, go look me up on Instagram, or go check out my Facebook, and you know, all of my work is there and you can see it. So for that reason, it's definitely beneficial to me.
Yeah, it's definitely like an incredible networking tool. Like, people have entire careers around, you know, social media. I personally don't, but like right now, like we're making something specifically for social media. Our web series is how we connect, like how Black Student Union connects with like different people on campus. So, and like Naysha said, it's definitely like another portfolio and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Has it negatively affected your lives?
In some ways, I think when you like going back to like you said, when you're constantly seeing certain things on social media, you may feel some type of way. So I guess for me, being single and constantly seeing couple things, it's kind of like, oh, okay, that gets annoying. Or like seeing a lot of, or recently with Nipsey Hussle and his funeral, that for me actually was a trigger. So it was like, okay, I have to get off of social media. Like I can't, because that's all that's being posted.
For like 2 weeks straight.
Right. And so, you know, that in those ways it can be a trigger, but I think that's just on time management, understanding that should not be the only thing you're doing, and you know, limiting yourself to it.
Right.
I definitely find myself like not necessarily comparing myself to other people. Like, obviously people like can Photoshop their pictures and stuff like that, but I think it's affected a lot of people with like their beauty standards and stuff like that. Like, you have a lot of Instagram models that like have gotten like work done on themselves, but they're like, oh, if you just do this like fit tummy tea or whatever, you can look like me, and it's like, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. So stop selling that to 16-year-olds. And for a long time that affected me because I bought into it, but now I understand that like that's not how it works. So I think that's how it's affected me.
Yeah, well, especially I know with Instagram. That's the study also pointed out, was that was more like an image thing, because it's strictly pictures. And for the most part, it's pictures of you. And you know, some people are very confident in their body, others are not as confident, and so some people make money off of what they post and what they actually promote. And then you start to think like, oh, I don't look like that, so I must not be pretty, and I must not be worthy of being on social media or what have you. And that could be very detrimental to upcoming youth, particularly girls.
It also is putting yourself out there for other people to comment.
Yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Right, you don't know the response. Even like we were just talking about before recording, you don't know, somebody could easily put in the comments, her wig is off her head. I mean, it's just unfortunate, like you can't really control.
Yeah, it's like Russian roulette.
Right.
That's what you get.
Yeah, so that also affects, because somebody could say, oh, you're ugly, or oh, you're not cute, or oh, that's messed up, and it just not be true. They're just
right. You're just talking. Yeah. So being that we have a little basis of how it positively and negatively can affect us. How many times do you visit social media in, say, like a day or a week? And does it correlate with how you're feeling for at that particular time? Because like for me personally, I mean, even iPhone now has that feature where like they show you every week your screen time or whatever. So I would say roughly, because they say once you start like the depression links or whatever is correlated when you reach around like 60 times per week checking your social media. Like it can go either way if you guys know.
I think the last time I checked, it said I spent like 4 hours.
4 hours a day?
A week.
A week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's social media.
That's how mine looks pretty
A
much.
day?
Not a day. Screen time in total
Yeah.
is 4 hours a day. Social media has been less and less. Instagram, I've used less Instagram recently. I've been using Twitter more. So I don't know if that really balances things out. But I know like when you wake up, sometimes people go on their phone and they check their social media. Or maybe you're feeling real sad, so you want to go and check it out, see if your friends are doing anything cool, or maybe you're just bored. So how many times would you estimate you go and check it in? How does it relate to your mood?
I think when I need a laugh, I definitely go to Twitter. Because I'm like, I'm definitely going to see something funny on Twitter.
Yeah.
That'll cheer me up. I don't know. I've never really thought about like my moods, the correlation between my moods, and I think even like with Spotify and stuff like that, like, because you know they have like mood playlists. Never thought about that.
Yeah. I was asking because it's more like a self-reflection type question. Because
I'm really trying to.
What about you? Do you pay attention
to social media?
to
Like how
your
much?
mood?
My mood, I mean, it's more of a cycle, I would say. As that's how like humans operate for the most part. We get trapped in these cycles, and I've noticed that about myself. Like I'll wake up, I don't go right on it, but I would say before I get out of bed, I check my social media at least a little bit, and then probably in class when I'm bored. So that's probably the main usage of my social media is I'm in class bored. So that's probably when I check most of it. When I get home, I don't really use social media that often. I'll just.
It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm not doing anything and I'm bored, then same thing.
Yeah, I won't really check after that because the feed only refreshes but so much.
Yeah,
I
get bored of it.
Yeah, so I don't stay on it at home that much. If anything, it's more like YouTube because I'll listen to sports.
Or I'm watching
when I'm playing
TV.
when I'm playing a video game, I listen to sports about like what's going on in the sports world while I'm playing like 2K or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's like the extent of it, but for the most part, I don't really use social media that much. And it's more gone into Twitter now recently because I feel like I don't have like Instagram. You have that other stuff that you look at. And it's like after a while, you're like, how many Instagram models do I really want to see in a day?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think I have a wide variety of stuff on Instagram. So sometimes I be interested and I fall down a rabbit hole, especially with celebrities. I may fall down a rabbit hole easily just because I'm like, let's see what she know her in it. Yeah, easily. But I don't know. I think so. Outside of Instagram, it probably would be Snapchat or Pinterest. If Pinterest counts, I don't really think Pinterest counts.
I guess it counts.
It does, yeah.
I don't use Pinterest that often. I don't use Snapchat at all.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I use Snapchat. I don't think I post much. And if I do post something, it's not always like selfies. I don't always post myself. But like, I may post like once every couple of days-ish.
I've gotten more into Tumblr. I've always had Tumblr on my phone. I've always used Tumblr. And
Or if I have
like
it,
my
I don't
Tumblr
think I
page.
used it.
It's very beautiful.
I kind of miss my Tumblr.
I don't think I understood Tumblr, so I think I may have signed up for it. It was like, I don't get it, and then got off.
I was a Tumblr girl.
Yeah, you gotta just. Yeah, I was big on Tumblr, especially back in high school, like sophomore year-ish. Around that time, really big.
Yeah.
I came to college, it fell off a little bit, but then I got back on.
I don't think I was ever like
Reestablished my brand there.
I stopped
big
when I got
on
on
social
Twitter.
media.
Yeah.
Twitter was the last thing I got, yeah. And I more so got that for my brand.
Yeah, I got that. Like,
Anything.
no, I don't. Twitter for me personally, I won't use it to brand myself because the following aspect of being on Twitter is very little. Like even for major celebrities, there's like, because even like I was looking to study, only 45% of 18 to 24-year-olds are only 45% compared to like 80% on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook.
Yeah, everybody's on Snapchat.
But Twitter is like one of the. It's popular, but it's very controlled and like regulated to a certain number of people. People get confused because Twitter's confusing. When you first log on to Twitter,
and you're not following anybody.
And it's very boring. It's very hard to establish yourself on Twitter. So that it's normally when you have friends on Twitter with you that makes it fun. Yeah. And then you build up like that. Mainly with any other.
Or if you want to find out tea, you want to find out drama or tea.
Yeah, I got obsessed with Twitter because I was like in a fandom. So it was like, so if you're in like a fandom, then it's like Twitter is like where you need to be.
Yeah. And Tumblr too, because
Tumblr too.
Because those people post everything like every day. So what do you observe from other generations on social media? Meaning people older and younger.
Well, older, they are obsessed with Facebook.
I use Facebook and everybody makes fun of me.
I used to be really, once I got Facebook, I was so into Facebook. Yeah. And then as it kind of got older and stuff, I think it was once it started to get real negative on Facebook and like it was just a lot of negative stuff and I took like a moment off. It was like ever since then I rarely was getting on Facebook after that. Like
I see that. Yeah, I don't use Facebook. I don't use it that often. I never really used Facebook that much in terms of meeting people. Like it was mainly like a close friends and family thing at first.
It's a family
It's
thing.
branched out now. So now it's more like I use Facebook now as kind of a LinkedIn type of aspect, like not in the sense I'm trying to get people like to hire me like that, but in the sense that if I know someone, I'll probably friend you on Facebook, and like it looks like a record of people I know, like a big contact book.
I give it to people. Rolodex. I give it to people if I don't want to give them my number. I'd be like, you can follow me on Facebook or you can add me on Snapchat or something like that.
I don't really do that. Like I only accept people I know.
It depends. It only
people I know for the most part.
So where you can put information about where you work and like.
Yeah. Because Facebook is a culmination of a lot of stuff.
I guess because I know that like I don't have to add you back and like my page is private, so just because you may add me, I have to add you back for you to see most of that. So I'm just kind of like, it's easier to be like blog.
Yeah. I update my Facebook just because like, I have a lot of family, so that's where they see like.
I think honestly. My Facebook stays updated more so because of my mom, because she's always posting and tagging me. So that's how people stay updated with me.
Yeah, I post like once a year. I'll put like a big old thing, like this is what I did this year.
Right, I think I recently posted.
Or I'll change my profile picture like once every 6 months.
Yep.
And it's like a picture from 6 months ago, so like they're 6 months behind technically. But I post it on there and then you get all those comments from your aunts.
Like, oh, that's cute. I think my like class of 2017 picture is still up there from before I graduated.
Yeah, that's how Facebook operates. How about anybody younger? Like if you have any younger siblings or younger cousins, how they interact with social media or technology as a whole?
YouTube is a big one.
Yeah. See, especially with the younger babies.
Yeah, they love videos. They love videos of themselves, like TikTok, like that.
Yeah, we had Vine though.
Yeah.
We did have Vine.
They are trying to turn TikTok into Vine. Like I started seeing people like put like funny things on TikTok and not just like
that and music.
Weird voice.
It was TikTok and Musical.ly. Musical.ly was a thing first.
Yeah, my little sister uses TikTok, Musical.ly. My nieces both watch YouTube. They're both babies.
My
the YouTube thing is really big. And
my sister's
a whole bunch of weird stuff.
Yes, and I'm like, no. You're not about to sit up here and watch this.
Yeah. There's a lot going on with that. That's different thing. I have younger siblings and
they love YouTube. They love YouTube. I don't know.
I mean, we loved YouTube.
True.
We love YouTube. I think it was.
Right.
I feel like it was different a little bit because we had computers.
Yeah.
And it was easier for our parents. It was new to our parents, so they would kind of like monitor our computer time.
Oh yeah.
They'll be like, come on, get off the computer. But now the kids have iPads, tablets, or their phones.
Like that's pretty much all. Literally, my siblings come from school, and the first thing they do is like turn on the TV and turn on.
Right. It makes me mad. 'Cause I'm like, I want to play with you.
Right.
Yeah,
I actually forced over spring break. I was like, hey, come outside with me. We're gonna throw around the football.
Yeah.
Like just to get them.
Like let's play and stuff.
Right.
So how do you think? Well, how have you like interacted with older people and how they criticize our usage of social media?
I don't know. I've always just had adults just say that same phrase. Y'all always on y'all just
I think
kind of
that,
had that. Nice.
I think it just translates between generations.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, when they were growing up, they had the TV.
Right.
And they watched TV a lot. And I'm pretty sure their parents told them why y'all watching
Why
TV.
y'all always watching TV?
And then you go outside, they be like, why you always outside?
Right.
And they're like, what you doing outside so long for all that other stuff?
Make
So
sure y'all in the house when the street lights come on.
yeah, and then it's like, now it's transitioned to why y'all always on your phones. And I think it's just the way the older generation used to critique.
Right.
Well, my grandma is always on her phone.
And then there's also older.
That's
there's
the
also
thing.
see that's something
They
else
get
too. Like
interested
also,
in
We go out to eat and I'll just be sitting there like I want to talk to you, grandma, and she'll just be like,
Or no, what be killing me is the tablets. They always get tablets and then be on Facebook just like.
the big old tablet.
No, with the stylus and then with the little pen and then just.
oh, that's so
I'm like,
funny.
why?
They really do.
That's interesting. Cause I remember at one point my phone broke in high school, so I had an iPad, so I used the iPad just in case for emergencies. So I brought it because I had like baseball practice and everything after school, so I wasn't gonna write home after school. I had to let my mom know that I'll be here until like 6:30, so she could come pick me up and stuff like that.
See, that's funny. We get innovative when we can't like use our phones.
Yeah.
Like,
I did
cause
that.
I had a friend that like we used email when her mama took her phone.
Oh yeah, stuff like that too. And then like one of my other phones got stolen, and then I used Kick on the computer
Yeah.
to message my friends.
So Kick was an app. How you get on Kick on the computer?
I did some kind of
That was when it was.
no, I did something extra.
Oh my god.
It's not nothing like jailbreaking, but it's like a step under that. Like you have to just download a whole bunch of software and stuff just to get on your computer.
I remember
So you better
jailbreaking.
was you was gonna create viruses on your computer.
No, I'm not computing it.
Oh.
But I did risk it though. It was a potential thing that could
It was
happen.
embarrassing.
Yeah, to be fair. So I guess to wrap things up, what do you guys think is the best way to lessen your time on social media and to like be more connected to the world and interpersonal relationships that you have, as opposed to just hanging out with your friends, but you're all with your friends and then you're just on your phone.
Putting your phone down. Making. If you have to, making rules to be like, all right, we're just not gonna be on our phones while we're doing this, or we're just gonna put our phones up when we hang out. I mean, honestly, for me, it's not hard because I guess that's the thing. I'm typically on my phone because I'm bored or I'm talking to whoever I'm with. So if I'm with who I'm talking to, there's no need for my phone.
Right.
So for me, it's not that hard to just put it down and just be in the moment.
Yeah, I think just like practicing mindfulness, like being mindful of why you're using your phone. Could you be doing something else? Like,
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting how that works. So I think it's more like a habit thing. You just create a habit like, okay, from 7 to 9 I'm not using my phone. It becomes easier over time, and then you might be changing different time, like from 1 to 3. Well, maybe that's kind of difficult because we're in college and stuff like that, but like 7 to 9, I'm not using my phone. And people that really need to get in contact with me, they get in contact with me.
Right.
And just going off things like that. Yeah. Okay, this wraps up our discussion on Real Talk this week. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and join us next week for another episode.